Hello and welcome to Solo Playhouse. My name's Matt, and here I am back with a slightly new layout thanks to a few chats to Scott, who is The Last Hand. Go and check out his YouTube channel. Also, I have a membership now, so if you would like to join and just help me out, it's a very small amount every month and it will help me to continue making videos. The join link is below here. And also today, as you can see, I am back to ARYDIA. Now, I played ARYDIA last summer for the last time, and I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed with all the things that the stuff I collected along the way, things that I had to look out for, that I think I'd missed a lot. And then eventually I was going to go back. So I was back to the basin, which is the original first map. Spoilers, lots of spoilers here. And I went to fight something that defeated me very early on because they were way overpowered. And I couldn't find the map. I'd lost one of the maps. It had been misplaced and I couldn't find it to save my life. And I think I was just about to leave to go traveling like the next day. So I was trying to get this all done, or even that morning, something big was going on. And so I stopped, and it really put me off. It put a spanner in the works for me. So I haven't played it since. But in the spirit of picking up things that I haven't done, and these campaign games, which I do love, and I would really dearly love to finish ARYDIA because I think it is one of the best. And I think it's great solo. There's quite a lot of overheads for it, and the battles I find quite intense. I have a feeling this at 2 or 3 players, if you've got like a core group of people and you love like D&D and all that sort of thing, and you want that experience, this is probably the game to go for. But I really want to complete it, and I want to keep going. So I am. There are spoilers. As far as I know, yeah, there are 3 maps, and I have looked. I've been to every place on 2 of those maps. One of the maps I have yet to get through. So I am literally 2/3 of the way through, possibly maybe having to come back and do some other things as well. Who knows? Let's say 60%, 65% must be, definitely. So I obviously have completely forgotten how to play the game. Obviously couldn't remember exactly what happened in the last one, so I have gone back and kind of looked at it and worked it out. And I am ready to put in some work to start trying to complete ARYDIA. So that's why this is back to ARYDIA. This is part 25. There are 24 more videos from unboxing, setting up the characters, having the first fight, all the way through to all the adventures that Drudar and Ro have had, and myself. And now I'm about to continue. But this one will be slow because I am going to have to relearn rules and steps and all that sort of thing. Anyway, let's look at the table. Oh, my camera's not working. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so yes, I've got my tea on the table. I probably will knock it over now. Oh, hello, one last hand. Hi, Scott. So Scott helped me just change things up a little bit. So I have streamlined things a little bit. He has more suggestions. He has been very helpful. So thank you, Scott, for that. Hopefully, Scott, you can see a bit more. I've got my cup of tea, Scott. Don't freak out too much. Okay, so there are my 2 characters. So what I do need to do is set up my cameras. So I'm just going to change this. So bear with me a second while I do some zooming in. Oops. Yeah, it's going to take me a moment because I've got a lot more space. Okay, so hopefully here we go. So here is the basin. And basically what I did was I went to this place and I couldn't find the map. And so I just stopped. But I've rewatched it and I started at the city of Eastgate and I went to Heroes Fall, and this is where we will have a fight with this. It's a level 6, which is what we're at now, so it should be a bit easier, but who knows. So yeah, so we're going to travel, so we have to travel around this way because we're basically going up a mountain. So we will travel to Exiles Road, and when we travel, we reveal one of these cards. Travel card. And this is sore feet. So we look at the sign. So it's this one. The journey is difficult and your spirits sag. So frustrated. Each exile pays 1 SP. Then discard this card. Actually, I'm going to put these cards like this. Oh, we've got any day cards as well. Just reminded me. Active day cards. We should have got these out. Now, I think that's how they go. Day 4, and this should be day 5. Yeah, that's right. I'll just put those up there. Yes, so let me set this up as well. So I will show you. Whoops, that's wrong. Let's lock that. I will show you. What did you take? A little bit of a close of these, but because that's not so bad, isn't it quite wide? Oh, I've spoiled something for you, Scott. I'm so sorry. Yes, they are hidden in the box, which is cool because this is the starting map. Yeah, so anyway, SP. So we both lose 1 SP. Each exile pays 1 SP, then discard. If you don't pay, you go to downhearted. So we move to Exiles Road, and then we're going to go to the Green Deeps. So we draw this, and each exile pays 1 SP. And then we discard. So we're in Green Deeps. Then we will go to Fern Valley. Oh, good grief. Fern Valley. It's difficult to find your way. Each exile pays 1 SP. Okay. So we're in Fern Valley. So we will go to Northfield Forest. And this is you enjoy your travels taking in the sights that we just discarded. Then we're going to 10 shekel past, which is up mountains. You see a winged creature wheeling over the water. One exile pays 1 to shuffle his card back in with the top 5 cards of the travel deck, or discard this card. So this only does something when we're over water, and we're not going to be over water. I will never remember by the time I get it. Yeah, maybe you can have mine, Scott. I was tempted at the start to play with 1 character, doing true solo, and then I decided to do 2. And I'm still tempted by 1 character. So we can just discard this. We're not going to use that. And then up another mountain. Oh, Tommy rumbles. You're so hungry you need to take a break and eat some food. Eats exile pays 1 SP. So we will because we can. We only have 1 SP each now. And then we discard the cards. So we've reached Heroes 4. So we can look at long 11. So we will. So we get these maps out. And we go and look at long 11. And it's this way up. So we know that we've been here before because it's this way up. So this event has happened. So we come onto the map here. And basically we can just travel, as far as I remember. I think we can just travel. So we will travel up to here, both of us, and look at long 12. We're just really coming back to do this fight. So long 12, it's here. And you can see here, there are things, little signs that join up. So we do this, and it joins up. So now there's a point of interest. Now I think as an action, you interact with any adjacent point of interest. Other exiles can choose to place themselves. Events. When a map event is placed on the table, immediately put an event on. Yeah, so point of interest we can look at any time. The event has happened. So I think, well, let's go and have a look because why not? I think this is something quite cool. So we look at point of interest 12. It should still be here as far as I am aware. Yeah, it is. So point of interest 12 says, Statue of Sorrow. Before you stands a statue of a woman looking forlorn. You notice the stalactites above are dripping water onto the face, making it look like the statue is crying. Looking closely, you see runes cunningly etched into the stone base of the statue. So these are the runes. So we have solved this puzzle before because, and this is, sorry Scott, more spoilers, although honestly I'm so far into the game that everything's spoilers. But and everyone else that's watching as well. I'm about to ruin part of the game for you if you ever play it. But obviously, I saw these and I was like, what? Why? What does that remind me of? And then I remember this that is in the box, and it's just kind of there. They don't really talk about it. They just say it's. I think that at some point it says it's a representation of a squill, which is the tokens that the exiles are trying to gain to become free people, basically. But as you can see, these things are similar, and there's a day and a night side, and these have day and night. So if you do this, there's a T, then there's an E, then there's an A, and then there's an R. So event 601, which I think will probably have gone into the past because events do that. Yes, it has. God knows when I looked at this. It was a long time ago. I'll try and find it. There are a lot of events in the discard zone, though. Let's have a look, see if I can find it. Event 601. Did your answer begin with the letter T? Yes, you touched the first rune. Was your answer Tia? Yes, using the skill you complete the sequence. Runes smiling at your own cleverness. The runes grow without your movement. Tia, a door in the base of the statue grinds open and reveals a small stone tablet. We gain key 27, which I think, yes, is this. So this is discarded. So we have this. And it says, you found this stone tablet in the base of the forlorn statue at Heroes Fall. It has runes etched into it. Keep this card in the party inventory. So we need to find some other things. There's a T. Yeah, but I don't know. I have not been able to work that out yet. So yeah, point of interest always stay in, because obviously we can look at that. So they stay in our deck. Okay, so that's that. That's how we got a key. But now we're both going to tootle along to SM21. So small 21, and this is where I came unstuck last time because I couldn't find small 21. And I put it in the wrong place. So here's small 21, and as you can see again, this connects here. So we can go and go down medium 15. God, I hope we can find this one. Imagine. Medium 15. I know at some point. Oh. Maybe I put it back in the wrong place. Maybe it might flip over. Some of these do flip back over. So this says, stepping out of the darkness of the cave, the sun blinds you as it reflects off the bright snow. Looking out, you see a warrior on the ground, slumped against the broken trunk of a tree. Yes, I do remember this. So this is the wrong thing, right? Medium 15. Oh, that is medium 15. Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. So we come through here. So we will go over to NPC 40 because I can't remember. I presume they should still be in here. Yes. But some of these cards, it's quite clever about this. Well, the system is super clever overall, but some of them, when you interact with a card, it gets discarded, but there's a new version of it which comes into play. And this is one of those cases because this is NPC 40B. You look at the dwarf woman's face. She seems peaceful in death. If a Lunari is in the party, draw key 156. We have a dwarf and a dwarf and a trickster, wayfarer, cat person. Interesting. Fellish and dwarf. I don't know where his. Maybe it's. I don't know. We can search and we find nothing. She's peaceful in death. Oh, well, you know what I have forgotten to do? Is RP. So we get RP for doing certain things, but I've just remembered that I should have. Given us RP that we had before. Yes, so she gives us 1 RP each. And we can search her, but we find nothing of value. So this can stay out, but I think I'll just return it for now. NPC 40. Yes, so first time we interacted with them, we had the whole thing. I've just seen it about a dying warrior. Okay, so let's do some more investigating and go to long 10. So we will just briefly put these back. So long 10. Long 10 says gravestone. Far below you see the forest and paths leading off into the distance. You walk along the cliffside, drawn to the single gravestone sitting quiet among the snow. So this goes here. So we will look at this point of interest. Point of interest 24. Gravestone. Standing on the edge of the cliff, you look out toward the valley. Just here, a lone gravestone sits, quiet and somber. The snow here is crisp and dry, as if it's hardened in the sun. So we can look at the valley, the gravestone, and the snow. Let's look at the valley. Looking out, you can see a wide swath of the basin from here. Everything looks miniature. Forests dot the land and roads spread out like brown leather threads across the valley. Let's ask about the roads. Looking more closely, you can see travellers on the roads, horses, carriages, and people as small as ants making their way across the landscape, all of them unaware of your watchful gaze. Gravestone, the sight of a lonely rock fills you with a quiet sadness. You wonder who this hero was and what deeds they may have done in life. And snow, you stomp your foot in the snow, making a satisfying crunch. Stomping again, you slip and become acutely aware of the cliff's edge. And that's it. You know what? I think there might be nothing here anymore. So that goes back. Yeah, I think there's nothing here anymore because yeah, he's died. So actually, I have come here for nothing. Would you believe it? In itself, that's quite cool. So I think we can probably just leave this location. Leaving the location. You leave the location similarly to how you entered as an action. You can leave using an adjacent hex pointer. All exiles place their miniatures on the mode token and then proceed to close the location. Previously cleared maps. When returning to a map that has already been cleared, it will be face up in the active deck. Place the map face up, ignoring. Yeah, that's so interesting. I love it. Okay. So. We can leave this location. So we'll leave all this. And we will go back to the map. I have come here for naught. Now, my only thing now Oh, lone gravestone sits. Hold on. We can activate this again, I think. Hold on. Point of interest 24. Yes, okay, so let's just retcon that slightly and go back to that gravestone. And we have the keyword single lily. Keep this card in the party inventory until you find a card with the exact text. Lone gravestone sits. And this has lone gravestone sits because we've got a single lily. So we draw big 9. Heroes fall. Okay, good. So you place a lily at the foot of the gravestone and step back. Gazing out toward the horizon, you reflect upon the hero buried here. Turning around, you see the remains of the Gantris, the beast slain by the warrior, and its blood splashed on the snow. Climbing down from the cliff above, you see a pair of salamanders. They bare their teeth when they see you. The lizards are scavengers looking to protect their meal. Flip and place this on top of long 10 and match the art. Notice the gravestone. Place party on Y. So we do this. And Y is here, so we are here. So we are going into a battle. Place party on Y. So now I'm going to have to remember stuff. So this matches up here. So we have foe 42, 1 and 2. So we go to our foes and look at foe 42, and there will be 2 of them. Okay, let's just move this up a squinch. There we go. So we have these salamanders. They're level 6. So 2 times figures 42. So then we look in the figure box. And we're looking for 42. They are here. So here we go. So now we put bases on them. And we have one greenish and one brownish. So we can tell one from the other. And they will sit like this. So these two salamanders are mobs. And they have certain things. So they have some shields on them. Some protected areas, the tails and the tip of their, whatever they are. And we also have some stuff for them. So they have 3 types of action. They have spit, where they heal. No. Where they will target the enemy with most HP. And spit is one durability and 3 hits. So I presume when they hit, they take, and they're going to roll a grey die, which hits in the center of bodies, as you can see here. If you have armor in that location with durability remaining, add 1 wear token to that armor and reduce the incoming damage by its defense value. Any remaining damage is subtracted from your HP. Yeah, and then they also have another action. When they have 1 threat or more, they will spend it, and this action targets the furthest away. They will move 4 and claw. Claw is a 3/3 attack. And if you can see there, it attacks. They attack in front of them in the 3 in front of them. So that would, if we were both in those positions, we would both lose life. And then they have, if they have 3 threat or more, they will spend 3 threat, and they will attack the closest exile. They will move 6, claw, and spit, and do 2 damage. They also have an ability, regen, heal X from non-weak point hit points. X is their current threat. So they can't get back weak points. When we hit a weak point, they get 1 threat, and then they regen. And also, the great thing about this is they have FAQs on the back of these cards. So this says, for regen, which hit points get healed? The exiles decide. How does spit work? Put a wear token on one armor, if any, in the hit location, then deal damage as normal. Yeah. Might have to look up that because I can't quite remember. So let's go through a fight. So combat. Start of combat. When combat begins, first take these steps. Shuffle all cards in the threat deck. So we'll do that because, you know. Oh, and also we do this. We're in combat. So this threat deck has some things that help us as well that have been put into it over our journey. These shield tokens, we have to hit once on them, and then we get to do. Then if we hit them again, we actually do the damage. We'll explain all this. Okay. Reset threat, resolve any start of combat rules or abilities. Combat now takes place over a number of rounds with foes and exiles taking turns moving on the map and fighting each other until combat ends. Rounds. Combat proceeds in rounds and each round has 2 parts. Foe turn, draw 1 threat card, possible activating foes. Exile turn. For the first round, the player who triggered combat goes first. Unknown, so let's say Drudar does. If combat has not ended, play passes to the player on the left in clockwise order, and another round begins. That player takes a turn for the foes, followed by their exile turn. So, there's a lot of explaining stuff which we can go through. So basically, each round has 2 parts. The foe turn, so we draw 1 threat, possibly activating foes. So this is the threat deck here, so I draw 1 card. So this says boss. These aren't bosses, they're mob. They have a mob on them. Or X. X, the number of exiles in this party. So we have 2, so their threat goes up to 2. That's the end of their turn. And then Drudar gets to go next. Now, because they have 2 threats, they could do claw. So we don't want to be in this sort of position, because then we will both take damage. They can move 4 as well. So, for example, this one. Well, this is impassable. So I have a little. Where is it? Yeah, here. So solid lines are impassable. You can't walk through them. You can fire bows through them. You can't attack through them. And you can do whatever that is through them. So Roe does have a bow. So he can shoot his bow range 3 or 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So he can shoot that that one there. So it probably would be a good idea. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Roe to shoot first, but it's Drudar's turn. Drudar has a sword, and we should probably go through their special abilities as well, because I need to remember this. Drudor has proud Iron Guard, so at the start of, so on his turn, he can decide what he's going to be. Proud adds +1 combo after basic attack. So this is a basic attack with his sword. Or Iron adds +1 on shields, which, considering they're going to take strength away from him, might be a good idea. It's kind of good to get our combos up as well, but I think Iron Guard would be best. For 1 combo point, he can use his Smite, which requires a sword or spear. The person in front of him, he can hit and do quite a lot of damage from the top down. So this would be from the top of the creature down, which might be useful. If he spends 1 magic point, and he has 4 magic points, he can cleave, so he can attack 3 between 3 foes in front of him in a line. He deals 1 damage from the bottom left up for 2, and he also deals 1 from the top left down. Can be a different foe. He has counter. When your shield absorbs any damage, make a basic attack versus the foe that caused the attack if they are in range. And protect. When your shield absorbs any damage, +1 combo points. When an adjacent ally is attacked, swap positions with that ally. So, what should we do? When we move, we can move for 3. I think. RP tokens. You can spend exactly 1 to increase your result by 3. A natural 1 is always a failure. Anytime we're making an attribute check. So we actually can only have 2 RP. That's my mistake. You should have stayed in. Drawing command straight, natural 1. Just want to make sure. A movement ability such as basic move grants movement to a creature. Oh, it's probably on here, isn't it? Yes. Basic move and 3. As a reaction, may pay 1 to move an extra 2. Yeah. It's all on that little card. So Drudar can move 3. So we could go 1, 2, 3. So this would be spending a basic action. And then we could spend... Oh, it's SP to move 1, 2. We don't need to move the actual one. So we have moved. So when we move, we get a combo point. And this is for both of us. And then I think... This is this chap here. So I think what we will do is just do a normal attack. So this is a strength attack. And Drudar has strength 7. So we add 7 to the result of this die roll. The only difference is if we roll a 1, we fail automatically. If we roll a 20, it's an automatic success, which means I think we get 2 combo points. In combat, gain +2 combo. In adventure, gain something else. Natural 1 check fails cannot be increased. So we will roll our dice. And we got 14. So we add 7 onto that, so it's 21. So it's +20. So we do 3 damage from the left across to the right. So this is... Oops. So this is the green young salamander. So let's go from the bottom across. So we hit this first, which takes away the shield. And then, let's get our damage tokens out. Oops. Oop. We do 2 damage. So we hit here, and we hit here. And we have now crossed what they call when I find it. What do they call them? After the attack pattern is determined, apply damage on the target's grid. First point, apply the first point of damage based if it's directional or aimed. Follow damage, apply the next point of damage from the attack pattern relative to where the previous point of damage actually went. Repeat until all... If the attack hit any weak points, resolve them one at a time. If the foe is defeated after applying damage from the attack, Its weak points do not resolve. Okay, so that's, yeah. Critical hits, that's what I need to look for. After finishing the attack pattern, apply any bonus damage from critical or skills. Critical. I want to find out about critical. Criticals do not hold wounds. After resolving damage, but before resolving weak points, each critical that directional damage passed through deals 1 bonus damage to the point indicated by the orange arrows. If the indicated point already has damage, the critical damage is wasted. If the indicated point is an armored point, remove the armor cube as normal. Yes. I think that clarifies it for me. So this critical point is hit. So we do an extra damage here. So that was our second main action. I should say they're probably going to claw, so it will be side points. Now, Judah has a shield, so I will put this here. It can go over 2 sections because this protects here. Okay. So we do have another action. We could move again. This, if they do a claw, they are going to go for the furthest exile that they can get to. So they're not actually going to attack Drudar. So I think he can do another action. And this time, I think we will spend the 1 combo point to do a smite. So it requires a sword or spear. So we can roll this again, and it's a strength action, so we will add 7 onto it. Oops. We got 10, which takes it up to 17, which gives us the maximum possible. So we're coming from the top down, and it does actually have in it it's a special sort of hit. It's a what is it? Piercing damage. A blue diamond around the point of damaging is piercing damage. When applying piercing damage to armor points, remove the armored cube, then immediately place a wound token. Yeah, but it doesn't actually affect us now because it's the second hit. So we're going to hit that, and then the second one is going to take damage. And then fan out, but that doesn't hit anything else. So we've done another one at least. Okay, so that's our third action. So end of combat. No, that's not the end. If combat has not ended, play passes to the player on the left in clockwise order and another round begins. That player takes a turn for the foes, followed by their exile turn. Okay, I don't think there's anything else. We've got a lot of shield absorbing things here. So now we are going to reveal another threat card. So it's boss or 2 again. So they're not going to act. So now they could do their claw spit +2, which is a move 6, and they're going to go to the closest one. So now Drudar is sort of in the firing line. I think he will get attacked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I don't think this one can reach row anyway. This is impassable. Obscure. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's not going to be able to reach him. So it probably would head for Drudar. The brown one will move first. So I don't think Drudar is going to get attacked. So we can use a short bow. Oh, this is a good time to actually go through Rose things. So he has a nimble, so when he's attacked, he can once pay this cube to gain 2 shields. He has mark. Place this cube on a foe you can see. When the marked foe is damaged, pay 1 MP to deal 1 damage, and that can apply to himself or Drudar. He has sure as a goat. You treat difficult borders as normal borders, so that's why we can walk through 2s easily. When you pay SP to move or increase your move +1, so he can move 6 as well. For 2 combos, he has Flashing Steel. After being attacked, make a basic hunting knife attack. You may pay 1 SP to move 2. And Poultice, for whatever number of MP, target 1 exile. For each MP paid, heal 2. And that has to be directly in front. And then he also has Snake Strike. Make a basic hunting knife attack, then gain 1 combo point or pay 1 combo point to move 2. So I think we don't need to move right now. So let's do a cracked short bow, which is range 3 to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can hit that. Also, this goes from top to bottom. So this would be good for the head of this one. Yeah. So let's roll for that. So we're attacking this, the green one. We're going from top to bottom. And we have, this is an endurance test, and we have endurance of 7. So we got 2. So we can get that up to 9. And I think we'll spend 1 RP to make it 12. Add 3 to that. Because that gets us the 2 that I want to come top to bottom. So we're going to hit the salamander in the head. And we are hitting a weak point. But we hit 2 spots. So when we hit a weak point, they get 1 threat. And they regen. So they heal from non-weak points X current threat. Oh gosh. 5. Wow. That's really bad news. Might reconsider that then. I'm going to reconsider that. I didn't realize that it was... I thought it was the number of them. So let me just redo that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I'm going to do instead, so I'm going to keep that roll. So we've got 12, but I'm going to use one of my bows. And I'm going to, these give us 1 range. So I'm going to use this one, the swallowtail, and it does, we can drop in anywhere and do 1 damage to the right. So I'm going to drop in here, get rid of that, and do 1 damage to the right. And so annoying. I actually want them to activate to use their threat so that they won't take too much health off each other. And I think then I will use my bow again. And I got 5 this time, so that is 12. And I will use, yeah, my broadhead bow. Should have done that before. So it's 1 anywhere and then 1 up from that. So we'll do 2 there. And then we have 1 action. So I will move. But I think actually I'm just going to go 1, 2. Gets us a combo point. And that's the end of Rose's turn. So now we move on to Drudar again. So, oh, we have Bony Hand. This hand from the sarcophagus is still following you. it jumps out of the shadows, and active player rolls d20, so that will be Drudar. We got an 8. Active player loses 1 life, then draw again. And it's mob activating. So the mob activates, so they are at 3, they are able to do their 3 threat actions. So they spend 1, 2, 3. They're down to 1. And then, so the closest foe they're going to go for, and they're going to claw, spit. So this one is going to go to Drudar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's going to claw, so it's going to roll. And it hits the top right for 3. So Drudar has this rotting shoulder. It has 2 armor, and it has 1 what do they call it? Two armor and 1 durability. So they're hitting for 3. So 1 goes through, and it loses 1 durability. So it's now useless. So then the brown one is going to spit. So we roll the grey die. And that hits the top, the head, which there is no protection for. So there's no durability there, and 3 go through. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Oh, this gives +1 on shields. Yeah, no, on shields only. I don't think there's anything else you can do. No. Well, he's going to take some damage here. So that was the green salamander. Now, oh, and he takes 2 damage as well. What does that just go straight through? Four, which attacks, this is the foe will perform. I think it must be like that, right? One, two. Okay. And then the second salamander is going to attack for the same. So it doesn't move. It does claw 3. So we roll this dice again. And it's the top right this time. So that does take absorbs 2 damage, but he gets hit for 1. And then the spit is the grey die. I think I'm just going to move my shield to the head. I think I can do that. And it hits this one. So that is 2 damage. No, 3 goes through. 1, 2, 3, reduced to 0. I'm going to use my hardy, and I'm not going to lose that 2 because I don't want to. I don't want him to die just like that. So I'm going to cheat a bit. And then, so they have gone. So then it's Drudar to go. He's lost so much life so quickly. I do have, if they'd hit my shield, it would have helped. But no. I'm going to. Hit them. Yeah, I'm going to use cleave. So for 1 MP, I'm going to do damage bottom left to top right for 2. So I'm going to do this. 1, 2. And because I've hit a weak point, get 1 threat and regen. So let's put that just for, for 2. Oh my god. Wow. And then I'm going to do 1 damage from the top down to the bottom. So I'm actually going to do it this way, across. It is across. No. Yeah, let's do that. And then, so now they have 2, so they're going to go for the furthest away, hopefully. So, second action. These guys are so hard to take out. Because now they've got 2 threat. Wherever I hit them, they just recover. You've got to keep hitting them, basically. I'm going to do a sword attack. So we'll roll a die. 18, so that's 25. So we get to do the 3. So I'm going to hit here, which gives them 1 threat and regens 3. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, but then I continue hitting 1, 2. So I've hit a critical point, which does that again. So yeah. And then I think you should move, really. Because they can do their big attacks again. Crazy. This is one of my problems, actually, with this game. Like, I've found it, the tactics of fighting very difficult. Very overpowered. There have been quite a few times where I've been like, what? Yeah, I need to move. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to spend RP. 4, 5. Okay. So now it's a row to go. And it's a brute's turn, or X the number of exiles in the party. So we're up to 5 again. So Drudar, but row, sorry. I'm going to mark the brown salamander. And I'm going to attack. I can attack either one. If I attack this one now, I'll hit a weak point, and it will literally take off these two. I guess it's only two, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to do it then. Crack short bow. Attack. I get 18, which is 25. So we do damage from top to bottom 3. So this one. So we do 1. We hit that, we have to take 5 off, but not the critical one. And then we do 2, 3. And then because I've marked them, I can spend 1 MP to deal an extra damage. So I'm going to deal that damage there. And then I'm going to move 1, 2, 3 next to Drew Dar. And with my other action, I'm going to do Poultice. For each MP you spend, I'm going to spend 2 heal. So I'm going to heal 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are my actions for that. That was Rose's turn. Ooh. Aching poison. The poison from the Gantris quill courses through your veins. Surely someone must know of a cure. I swear. Active player rolls. So it is now Drudar. 7. So endurance, which is 5. We get 12, so minus 1 health. Then draw again. Oh wow, brute or 3. So we hit a limit break. This is really bad as well. So all foes now get a +1 on them. And my threat 7 of foe or exile turn resolve the following effects. +1 power token, a power token to each foe AI card currently in play. All foes activate as if in all foes threat card were drawn, spending threat normally. So they're going to do their 1, 2, 3 threats. So whereas normally with that they wouldn't have activated. Now those tokens add +1 to each threat that they do. So yeah, it's a problem. The brown young salamander is going to activate first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It can attack Drudar. So this is going to be bad news. So first of all, it's going to claw. So this is 4 attack now. Just before it does that, I can change my shield. I'm going to move my shield here. No, I'm going to move it here. And it's this one. So that goes through and does 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. So they're down to 1 already. And then spit. Also, everyone should be taking this damage. So for row, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 damage goes through. And 1 wear on that. I love how they've not hit my shield yet at all. And then spit is going to happen. I mean, it's just so overpowered. Surely. Claw happens. It's the head where he's got no protection at all. So he's dead. Not feeling great about this. I just don't really understand. They seem so overpowered. So let's sort this out. So once they're defeated, so knocked out, defeated, KO'd, combat mode 30. When exile has 0 HP whilst in combat, they are KO. Place their miniature on its side and show its KO'd status. KO'd exiles still take a turn until the end of combat. There will still be a foe turn before their turn. KO'd exiles cannot take actions. Once per combat, when you start your turn KO'd, you may surge. Place a wear token on your exile's portrait and stand your miniature upright. You may take actions as normal, ignoring your KO'd status until the end of your turn, that you are still at HP. If you still have 0 HP at the end of your turn, you return to being KO'd. Yeah, okay. So we were only part way through that. Claw, spit, just happened, and they have. So they hit that head as well, but they only take 2 damage. 1, 2. And then the +2 happens, which is +3. 1, 2, 3. See, they're nearly out as well. Okay. And then the young salamander green one goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This can attack as well. It's so crazy, this. It's so crazy. I mean, he's not going to survive this. After being attacked, I don't have enough to do that. When attacked, pay 1 cube to gain +2 for this attack. Okay, well, we'll do that now. So this one is going to do claw. And we do that side. So again, that's 2. So it's 2 damage. So we'll use that to reduce it to 0, but we still take wear on that. And then spit is targeting the head, which is already taken out, because of course that would happen. That's 4 damage. And they're KO'd. So we're KO'd. I don't understand this game. Okay. Okay, so we are KO'd. I swear, I don't think I'm that bad at it. Okay. Every exile in the party is KO'd at the end of an exile turn, event 999. I've done this a few times already, my friend. Okay, so we get this. Darkness. Drifting along in blackness, you feel yourself carried upon waves of nothing. Slowly, your senses begin to return. You feel sand, coarse, warm sand beneath your feet. While in this location, all exiles remain at 0. You may move and take actions normally. You cannot heal. Draw Med 999, then return this card. So Med 999. Medium 999. Okay, fair enough, yes. I'm not going to be able to find this now, am I? Ah, Med 999. Okay. I don't know why that's there. Med 20. Shouldn't be there. Okay. So that card returns. We are here. And we can. There's event 777. I don't know what that's about. With a sense of familiarity, you leave the dark shore behind and step into the mists. The swirling fog surrounds you as you walk, and time seems to lose all meaning. You walk on, the sounds of waves on shores now long faded in the mist. Close the location. Okay, we'll do that. Just as before, you see light pouring through an archway. Again, the voice is speaking, though far off. This time, you sprint towards the voice, running for the opening. As you pass through the archway, you are blinded by light for a moment, but you hear the voice speaking familiar words. Rest. Draw a day card. A welcome breeze brings the warm scent of flowers. You feel invigorated. First time for this card, draw travel 51. If the day deck is empty, when you need to draw, add day 6. No, one of those things. All exiles replenish everything. And shuffle the travel deck, refresh the travel tokens. It's nice to die again in this game. I don't know if we should have looked at the NPC 999. Maybe. Let's do this. You see a dark figure standing on the dock, a hood obscuring their face. I cannot say I'm surprised to see you here on my shore again. I care little for the affairs of the living, but still I must offer you those boons. Shore or boons? Sure, I'm not inclined to answer any more of your questions. Even you may find it difficult to fail when boons such as these. So we get RP. You may take up to one of each of these boons. So restoring boon, small boon, medium boon, large boon. I think actually I have a medium boon, which I probably should have used. I've got a small boon. Free action used by any exile. Any exile gains 3 and 3. Yeah. So I'll take a restoring boon. Key 101. Which is action out of combat, fill all knapsacks and potions with cubes. Each exile restores all armor, gain 3 coins. Small boon I've got, medium boon 902. (902) and 903 and 904. So we've got medium, large, and epic. All exiles fully restore everything. All exiles are immune to damage and loss until the end of combat. Wow. That's quite nice. So we can go back and finish that one. NPC to see if it isn't already. So yes, I'm on the last step of this. Place party on the guild hex, then return this card. So NPC 999. Then return this. So event 7777. And we go to the guild hex. So all this comes off. I'm going to come back and do this one day. So all these will return 1, 2, 3, 442. Gravestone returns point of view 24. And this goes back as well, medium 99999. I think I'll be visiting there again. So now I have all these boons. Small, medium, large, epic, and restoring. And I actually think I'm gonna stop here because I need to like have a think about this. I will return to I will actually return to the guild, which is now I think it's Rivertown South. So I have Exiles Camp was the guild. Oh, there's the guild. Birth, yeah. So I will return to Birth. So the way that we save this basically is all these kind of get saved. And then we take this out and keep this, so this is where we know we're going to go back to. There are things I can do because we have all this to explore. The rim. So we could go north. I think I'm at the right level to go north. But that battle, yeah. I'm tempted to go back, but at the same time, it's returned me really far away. So I'd have to do all that traveling again. So it might be go north again. I probably will look through what I've got as well in terms of jobs, because there are some jobs that we could maybe do. But yes, there we go. So I am it's quite funny, really. When I first played this, like the first battle, which was Puckles, I think, I'm pretty sure I lost that battle as well. And I remember trying to fight these two and then running away, which I could have done then, to be fair. But I thought because I'm level 6 and they're level 6 that it was going to be okay. But that thing of like their weak point actually taking damage off them, and when they have always had so much threat. I mean, the thing is, this threat deck see, there is, you know, the ones orthos is pretty bad, but these orthos, they just keep losing threat, you know, whereas they got all their big threat actually, didn't they? Number of exiles 2 2 2 2 3. I don't know. It is difficult, and it's challenging trying to work out what attacks you're going to do to try and make the most damage and get them killed off as quickly as possible, because quite often you're left with single spots where you're kind of like, now I'm just kind of wasting hits. It's the most efficient way of doing it, but also I don't think I'm very good at like staying out of the way. But then to be fair, those ones, they kept getting those 6 moves, and you can't tell exactly what they're going to do. And because they got a limit break, yeah. I don't know if I was unlucky or I think honestly it's a combination of being unlucky and also not being as tactical as I could be. Anyway, thank you to those who've watched it. I don't know if One Last Hand is still in here, but thanks for watching. I like these new slimmer graphics. I do think it's better. So yeah, thanks a lot, and I will see you next time. I am going to be away for a few days, but I will be back, probably do something on Thursday, if not, definitely on Friday. Okay, bye.